Hey guys, it's Sneaky Pete here, and today I'm going to show you the Arizer Extreme Q. Now this is a super under the radar kind of a vape. You see the Solo 2, you see the Air 2, more recently the Argo, and those are everywhere, but the EQ not so much, and that's a shame because this is a killer desktop vaporizer from Arizer. It has some great features, it has fan assist, it's easy to use with a water pipe, it's controlled with a remote which is super cool, and it's built to the same level of quality that you're used to expecting from Arizer. So the ceramic rod inside provides the heat, heats up reasonably quick, has a ton of power, and there's a lot of different ways you can use it. You can use it with a bag or a balloon type system, with a whip, or if you're a savage you can just hit it natively. This is actually a really cool way to do it. So it comes with this instruction manual. It's pretty basic, but it does give you a lot of information. And as you can see, it has a lot of things with it. I'm just going to read to you what it comes with. It has the heating unit, the whip/hose. You get 2 of these cyclone bowls, 2 food grade high temp collection bags with the glass end piece. You get a 3-inch mini whip hose to the collection bag, a remote control. You get a potpourri dish, a little bit of potpourri. I'm sure everyone's using that right away. You get a stirring tool. You get an extra basket screen, some extra screens, and an extra collection bag. So first I'll show you how to use it with the whip, but to start we're going to have to load the bowl. So I like to load a decent amount in my bowls. It will work with a tiny pack, but it definitely won't work as well. But when you just load it up, you know, not to the brim, but with a good amount, have a nice medium fine grind in there, you're going to be very, very pleased with how that works for you. This little funnel is just a lifesaver for something like that. Super easy, and it works like a charm. So I've got this about a 1/2 inch below the black marking, and that's going to get you a ton of vapor production. So to turn it on, you can just press this button right here. You can control this thing from the base completely. However, why would you do that when you have this really cool remote? Turn it on, turn it off. You can do a lot of other functions. Audio on and off, light on and off. It has an automatic timer shut-off function, which isn't a terrible idea to use, so it just turns off after 4 hours or something like that. You can control the fan speed, 1, 2, 3, or turn it off. And you can also select preset temperatures on here, or you can just change the temperature. So the first tip with the EQ is put your bowl on here and preheat it. You can preheat it for a minute, or you can preheat it for 10 minutes, but it really does make a difference. You get more vapor and it produces it quicker. And then to use the whip, insert the glass piece into the top and inhale. So producing a lot more vapor now that it's getting warmed up and you're getting a little bit of that heat from the bowl sitting on here. But I want to show you with the fan assist, because if I use the whip, this is how I prefer to use it. I don't go to 3, I go to 1 or to 2, and you have to inhale at the same time, but inhale just less than you would otherwise. Let me show you. Let's go to 2. Man, that is good. So with the fan assist on, it's kind of pumping vapor into you. I do prefer the fan assist overall. So now let's show you how to do it with the balloon. First, we're going to place the glass mini whip onto the cyclone bowl here. Then place the balloon on top. It's a glass on glass connection, which is cool. Then we're just going to turn on the fan to 3 and wait. So it's filling up really, really thick. And I'm telling you, that is just a lot of vapor that's going in there right now. This bag, it's getting a little bit sticky, so as you can see, the vapor kind of has to push through the stickiness, so it might be getting close to time to change this one. It's not even really see-through anymore, right? So that's some thick vapor, and I mean, I'm going to show you this herb after when I take this off. It's not like it's charred in any way. This is just vapor. So when it's about full, I mean, I'm pretty good with that. I'm just going to turn it off, press 0. When you take it off, just plug your finger over the end. A little bit of vapor leaking there. But if we take a look, I mean, that's just green as can be, no brown whatsoever. I mean, there's still multiple bags left in that. So I'm just gonna keep my finger over here. Whenever I wanna have a draw, just take your finger off. Ooh, so that's pretty thick. Pretty smooth. I mean, you're just taking in a lot of vapor. So one benefit of the Volcano, it has an automatic system instead of your finger to do this. But with the Volcano, you can't do this. This is a 10mm female joint. Put the bag right into that, and then you can just hit this. Man, I'm telling you, smooth without this. With this, it is insanely smooth. So cleaning's pretty easy, not much you're gonna do here. If you do get any herb down there, might want to turn it upside down, turn it off first probably, just kind of tap it out, and then with the glass, you're just going to throw this in isopropyl alcohol. It comes really clean, really easily, or you can always make some stem milk, because this piece here, this gets nice and gummy when you're filling up bags. Now in terms of the bags, you can do one of two things. You can just replace the bag, which is what I would recommend, just because I'm not good at things like taking this apart, putting a new one on here. It has instructions, it doesn't seem like it's that hard, and it's cheaper if you want to do that, so it's always something you can try, but they're not really expensive if you do want to replace them, and it will last you a good long time before you need to. So it really is a good system, because you can sit down and you can casually hit the whip while you're watching a movie, you know, turn it on when it's 4 feet away up on a desk or something like that, or you can be blasting vapor right down your gullet with that forced air. You can fill a bag up and you can enjoy that over a number of minutes or pass it around to a group. You can take the whole thing through water for really, really smooth vapor, or you can do my favorite technique. This is for advanced users. This is something kind of fun. It's called the scuba. So what you're going to do is fill up a bag, preferably a really thick bag, and then you're just going to inhale through here and then exhale through your nose. I'm telling you, if you do that, so you're going do that until the bag is empty, you will get absolutely wrecked. It's something you should try at least once, but you know, just plan for it. Don't do it when you have anything else to do that day. In terms of flexibility, this is a dry herb device. I have added little concentrate, just drop a little dollop right on top of the herb there, and that does work quite well. It works really, really well with keef as well, but I'd buy it for that end of the spectrum use, not for concentrate use. So let's talk about the vapor quality the EQ gives you, and the vapor quality is very, very good. The taste is really pure, but I don't find it very strong. Like, you don't get that terp tongue that you do if you're hitting a Dynavap or an elevator or something like that, but it tastes very true. It's not colored at all. The vape, however, is incredibly smooth. It's super cool. It's not harsh at all. If you're coughing, it is because of the volume and the potency of the vapor, not from the vapor itself. The whip, like, I'll show you like this. There's one end, right? So that's a long length there. So that's going to make it cool down a lot. And the bag just has so much surface area, it's like you're breathing in air. It's not hot at all. And even when you hit it native, it's not harsh like this either. So just having it turned on, you know, plug this in once in a while, go in for a hit. I'm telling you, it's a great way to use a vape. So as you've seen, and as you can probably tell by how difficult it's getting to do this review over time, but the EQ gives you massive hits. Hitting the bags, there's no resistance at all. Like, you can just draw a complete lungful 2 to 4 times in a row per bag, so the vapor's really nice on it. It might seem like it uses a lot at first because you're putting quite a bit of herb in there. Like, it can be, you know, a half gram, no problem, and that can be a lot for a vape. But the vapor it outputs from that is impressive, and it does offer good mileage. If you want to go ultra efficiency for this one, there's a way to really upgrade it for microdosing. It's called the Dave mod, or the Dave mod kit. 420 Vape Zone does a great video on that. You can check that out. It really adds a whole new dimension to the vape, because instead of putting a big amount like this, you can put a little tiny amount. So check that out. It's not an expensive mod. So like pretty much anything Arizer makes, it's a really good quality build with a focus on just simplicity, something that's going to work for you and it's going to work really well. I've ran this thing for 7 days at a time. It didn't even get hot. It doesn't feel like you ever really need to turn it off, less than the wood sense even. And the glass pieces are all really solid. This piece here, I dropped the cyclone bowl and this mini glass arm onto the floor. We're talking about a 3, maybe a 4 foot drop on a hard floor. It didn't break. I know I got lucky, but that still does speak to the quality of the glass. So it's a little retro with the remote, but I mean, this is proven tech. It's been around for a long time and it works really well. Now, in terms of the effects, this thing will get you annihilated. Like, seriously, this thing has floored me multiple times. The bags can be so thick and it's just so smooth. You really underestimate how important the draw is. Because take something like a PAX compared to this. With a PAX, you're really sipping it kind of into your mouth, maybe your upper lungs, but with this, you can take a full exhale and breathe in as much as you possibly can. Do that 2 to 3 times per bag. You're just taking in so much vapor and there's so much surface area. It really does have fantastically strong effects. One nice thing about this, if you have someone that's like, I can't use vaporizers, fill this up for them, pass it to them, suck on that end. Nobody can mess that up. So for 100% top marks for convenience though, the bag would need to fill up faster, and it would have some system so you don't have to keep your finger on it. A lot of great things about this vape so far, but one of the best is the price. This vaporizer is insanely cheap. We have it on both sneakypetestore.com and vapenorth.ca. It's on sale right now for $4.20 if you're watching this video when it's new, but even if you're watching this a year later, it's an incredibly affordable vape. The way I look at it, an affordable price is nice, but what's the value? And the price compared to the performance on this, it's a 10 out of 10. Definitely one to consider for anyone with access to a plug. So what do I love about the Arizer EQ? Well, you get thick, satisfying vapor that is ultra cool and ultra smooth. The bag system is a really convenient way to vape. It's been a while since I really brought out my Volcano, and I forgot how nice it is to just fill this up and hit it at your leisure over the course of a couple minutes. It really does feel like an appliance. Like it feels like something I'm comfortable just turning on and leaving on. It seems so rock solid, simple, but just well designed. And finally, it's really versatile. There's a method for anyone. Use it with a whip, use it with a forced air whip, use it with a bag, use it with a bag through water. How many more ways do you want to use the vape? I mean, it's really the opposite of a one-trick pony. So what are my gripes about the EQ? Well, if you've had a Volcano, this bag's gonna seem like it takes forever to fill up. I would like that to be faster. It would be awesome if rather than just have the LEDs turn on or off and having the audio on or off, it'd be nice if it had a couple options. I mean, for something this big, I think they can make this blue, red, yellow, and then have, medium, low, high like they do on their tiny little vaporizers. And then finally, it would be nice if it had single degree temperature adjustment. It's not a huge issue if you want to be at 385 and you have to be at 384 or 386, but it's just weird. So my final thoughts on the Arizer Extreme Q. This one flew under my radar for way too long. It's not the sexiest, it's not brand new, but I should have given Arizer more credit because this thing is a monster. Heats up pretty quick, the remote is a really easy and handy way to use it. It's made from quality materials by a quality manufacturer that everybody knows and trusts by this point. And the vapor produced is very potent and it's really smooth as well. And finally, it's ultra versatile. No matter how you want to vape, you should be able to do it with this machine, and the overall convenience and value just can't be overstated. This is an awesome vaporizer and one you should seriously consider if you don't have a desktop already. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my review on the Arizer Extreme Q. If you're new here, subscribe, shoot the video a thumbs up, keep it green, keep it sneaky, and we'll see you next time.